get this show on the road, shall we? Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I don't know if you can see this, but those clouds are humming across this little sunset here in Finland. It's beautiful. The city of Tikkarila got all the elementary school for the kids, got the beautiful clouds, and it's just like it's already kind of getting cloudy. Just to give you an example, I went live at 3:33, 333, numeric codes, and your boy Saint literally the sunset's almost there. So in another half hour, it's going to be dark by 4. So it's a place where it stays light all the way to 4 a.m., believe it or not, during the summertime, and it gets late and dark and cold. That's the tough part, is the dark. It's more than the cold, it's the dark when you're here in Finland. But check out your boys. They laid the brick, got that area done. 1, 2, 3'd it over, and then they almost completed the whole thing today. They were really fucking humming and bumming. There must have been multiple guys on it. But yeah, your boy Saint, it just hit me. I'm going to be leaving here for Finland shortly, and I need to be more observant of these things. I've been sitting in my head for too long about losing my child, and it just hit me. It was like, it's my fault. I didn't show enough kindness, and it really hurts my feelings. It's something I got to talk about because it's affected my financials. And thankfully, my aunt, she went to T-Mobile and paid like the $93 it was to get my phone back on, because they weren't helping me or any of that things. You know how it goes with fucking T-Mobile and phones being overseas. Is some fucked up shit I've been having to struggle with. But it was just one of those things where I was like, Saint, not for nothing, bro. If this child was so important to you, you wouldn't have traveled. And I know, the LBOG. I'm from Vegas. I love my Vegas. I love being in my city and having access to those kind of things. But I also got my buddy. Thanks to my buddy, he got me a chai seed yogurty, and I just added more granola to it. So I'm gonna actually smash it because oh my god, I'm about to spill it more than smash it. It's almost time for it's past my fast. I eat at 3 o'clock. My whole time slot's fucked up because my buddy, he doesn't get off of work till, 3:30 in the morning. We don't go to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I synchronize with him so that way I'm not crashed out on the couch when he gets home, and then wakes me up. He's got the day off today, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's one of those things. If you were deep in sleep, how fucked up it would be to have to wake up at 3 in the morning. If you've already been sleeping, it's a lot easier for me to just kind of stay up. I've got a bit of insomnia with this depression and the things on my mind. This is why I had to go traveling in the first place. It's not as easy as most people make it out to be. Maybe for some, I just keep it real. Losing a child was tough on me, and I feel bad because it's like, not only because I lost a child, but because of my own actions. And that's why I was like, it just hit me. It just hit me that I'm going to be fucking leaving in a week, less than 10 days away. It's Friday now. So by tomorrow, I have my event. It'll be Saturday. And that means I only have 1 week to go. I go from being here kind of sleepy, eating my oatmeal on the couch with my homies, taking it nice and slow, spend about 8 hours a day in an apartment, to, running around Thailand and going live for 3 hours a day and showing how fun life is and how much I love my life. But before I go do that, I wanted to keep it real with the people and myself. And even if my ex is listening, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't a better person. I've already written her an email like this, but like, to me, I had no business kicking her out of bed, even if she was talking about her ex, even whatever excuses I could come up with. I had no business being physically violent to the woman that was carrying my child. And if the child was so important, I might as well have been kicking my child out of the bed. And then I feel horrible about it. I felt horrible about it when it happened. I showed violent tendencies. I scared her. That's when she said she didn't want to have the child. That's when I was like, okay, well, if you don't want to have this kid, then I'm going to go to Brazil. And if I didn't do that domino, that Brazil domino wouldn't have knocked into some other girl. Can you imagine her watching a live like this? And I'm from Brazil, and I got another girl in the hotel room already, like 2 weeks after I left. And and I bet the shock on her face, and that she's carrying my baby while this dude's cheating on her, and that dude is me. I'm feeling horrible inside about it. I'm like, I did really did fuck up. It's like sometimes you get with your friends and like, I have to say it, and they say it with a couple beers. They'll say it and they'll be like, you know, yeah, but I also have to say that you fucked up as well, and acknowledging it, acknowledging my failures and shortcomings, and having to come to radical realization that I've Bobby knighted it. I've can be extremely caring and extremely cruel, and maybe I need to make a caring over cruel shirt, but I don't always exactly follow the rules. I don't exactly. I already got my Vanta stickers all over the place. There, they say Victu instead of saying Vanta, which is the name of the city here. They say Victu, just like this on the refrigerator. I made this sticker, and my buddy went and put it on the government car. It fit perfectly, and I was like, yes! I'm so excited that some of my renegadeness, my rebelness, is taking place. I just got 2 more orders, which is really cool. The girl was like, my sister really loves that design and she wants a white medium, and I want a black extra large. And then the security guard wants to still pick up his shirt. So I got 3 shirt orders. So I'm already up to what? That one. The bartender and her sister and the security guard. So that's my 80 euros. So I already have enough money just to get into Thailand, fly in. And I know a lot of my friends were worried about me. My aunt, if it wasn't for my family, I feel so disconnected from them. They're having infighting. Apparently, my mom left my grandma and her sisters on the side of the road in some kind of fit of rage, and I just see the genetics. I just see the years of abuse and how my mom's done it to me when I was 15. I did it to my ex, dropping out of the car because she was talking shit to me. I'm overreacting. I can drive all the way to San Francisco to be with her, and then get with a fight and drive all the way back, and just leave her, or kick her out of the house. When I first met her, when she was at my apartment, she started crying, and I'm like, not only do I not acknowledge that I made a girl cry, but then I kicked her out after she cried. I can be so cruel, and so not cool. It's not cool to grab on a pregnant lady. She's 5 months pregnant. We should be protecting pregnant ladies. There's signs all over the world that says give your seat to a pregnant lady or give it to an older person. And I would easily give it to an older person. But when it was my pregnant lady, my woman, the woman I'm in love with, carrying my child, that's so important to me, that I've been beating myself over how dare I miss this amazing opportunity that was supposed to change my life. This kid was so important to me. He was going to be Francis Mark St. Arnaud the seventh. He was going to be a Taurus baby like me. All of it important. It wasn't so important to me when she was on the couch. I didn't just drop to my knees and start crying like, please, let's have this baby. I didn't improve my behavior and got nicer. I fucking just kind of kept getting meaner, kept kind of putting pressure on her, kept getting more physical with her. And of course, I scared her away. And I'm sitting here every day going like, oh, Saint, what did you fucking do, dude? What did you do? What kind of human being are you? And then you go from cycles of feeling like the worst human being ever, or how much generational curses it goes on. I don't feel that my mom would be that edgy if she had a grandbaby. She would have quit smoking. She would have been nicer to my grandma on her birthday. It would have been more about my grandma's birthday than my mom. There's so much rift and hurt, and I don't even talk to my dad anymore. For the first time in like 20 years, my dad was texting me because of this baby, like, hey, what's going on? And he never fucking texts me, and now he's back to never texting me again. So it's like so much mistakes that I made. I get to do like cool things, like make a good design and generate some income, and get my aunt to help me get my phone back on, even though it's kind of not fully working. But getting myself to see my patterns where I just sit here. It's not as great a content as my buddy zipping around Vietnam on a bike, eating side foods and meeting other travelers and recording the whole thing. Of course, you're going to have 100 viewers watch that. By the time you keep it real and you talk about your depression and how you lost a baby, or that you're just sitting in a room for 8 hours a day sometimes, most people don't want to watch that kind of content. They're not going to just sit there and watch you for 3 hours while you sit and zone out or veg out or play on your phone or do these other things. Let me grab this real quick. Hold on a second. Namoy, what's up? Wasabi.
Where are you now?
I'm at Aki's.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, always. I'm about to eat my yogurt. I'm doing the morning motivation. That's you.
Okay. Do you want to go eat with me and my friends?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, come in Tikurila.
I'm at Tikarilla. Aki just went to the S Market. He went to get a.
Come in the whole story.
You're at Old Story now.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay. Well, as soon as he gets back, I'll let him know.
I pay you dinner.
Oh man, dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, come in now in here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait for Aki to come back too. Is he coming or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo.
Okay.
I'm waiting for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Chigada. Kitos. Chigada means goodbye. Kitos means thank you. And to have my friends like that, this guy Yoni is just so amazing. You know, I talk about somebody that invited me up to the Murky and fed me like a king. I'm talking sirloin steaks. I'm talking mac and cheese, like breakfast with fucking croissants and meat and cheese added to the middle. And then now my other buddy is like, come, I'll feed you. You know, and here's my other buddy who said, oh, don't forget, I got you one of these. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to eat my straight muesli. That's all I get is a cup of muesli a day. I've been on a diet. I don't have any money for food. And this is part of the struggle, but it keeps me from eating bacon and eggs. It keeps me on my fast. I drink more water. That last, you know, being able to stay healthy because to my own devices, I'd make Taco Bell runs or go get chocolate because of depression or something like that. It's been keeping me away from having my sugar addiction. I've been good on it for almost 4+ months now, not having sugar every day or sugar after every meal and watching what I eat. And it's been tremendous for me and my physique and keeping on the push-ups and keeping on the reading. But it took me that mindset book to see that even really good people like me, people with big hearts, and even though my ex has a really big heart, and I feel super bad because it's like all she did was love me and tried her best, and I'm flipping out on her because she might bring over. I was telling her, I'll just take out the tent, you go do the dishes. We needed like a break from fighting, and then she came over to me, and instead of she kind of like showed me kindness. I showed her meanness, and there's something in me that's mean. I feel like I inherited from my family, my grandma, to my mom, to me. Everybody with this mole has the mean mole mark, and then that's what I'm really starting to see. I'm starting to see myself as an older bearded gentleman. I mean, you know, young girls were kind of giggling at me when I walked past them, and I'm just like, oh shit, you know, I'm the old man now. You know what I mean? It make it's not really thinning, but it's like I get some grays sometimes, definitely some white hairs in the beard. I've changed, you know. I've had to couch surf on my friends' couches without money. My buddy just delivered some food for him and his sons, but you know, it's a teamwork out here. Sometimes, you know, Mom Mary doesn't have 2 eggs or pasta, or my friends don't want to answer because they got no food, or they drank all their food budget. And like my friend, shout out to Erica who watches the show, said, you know, sometimes I gotta go homeless. Like a lot of people don't want to keep it real on their shows. They don't want to talk about homelessness and how you do run out and how, you know, there's what motherfuckers with almost a $250 billion, and then there's like what 8 other people that keep their extreme wealth while half the other population, 4 billion people, stay in starvation and not and lack and struggle and fighting teeth and nail. And here I am, just blessed that my friends let me sleep on the couch, that they even consider me as a brother, that they're here to support my dream, and they talk about my events, and they put the stickers on the car or support the dream. You know, my friend said, you know, Mark, you posted my photo of me looking all sexy on my bed, and you know, you tagged me in it. And I'm like, well, you could have untagged yourself in it too, you know. And she was like, yeah, but you know what? I'm part of the resistance too. You know, there might be some older ladies that don't talk to me that might gossip about me, But there's something about self-expression. That's why I want that hoodie. That's why I want that desert dweller hat. It's really unique, you know. It's a grassroots hat. It's discontinued. It has a gold emblem. And she said, I've been practicing my meditation. I've been practicing sitting still before or after my workouts, before I go to sleep, you know, at least 15 minutes. And it's like, you know, for some people these things matter to them, you know. Our whole lives we matter to ourselves, dude. It's one of those things that we might not concentrate on, but there are people that are concentrating on their consciousness and evaluating their lives. I mean, to some degree, we might be numbing our lives, you know what I mean, and not feeling anything at all. And instead, I'll remember how blessed I am that I was like, you know, I pray, you know, and I reflect that, you know, I have this food in front of me. It was going to just be dry muesli. I ran out of honey. I usually put a little bit of honey, like a teaspoon of honey with the muesli, and it's a healthy diet. Don't get it twisted. But now I got chia seeds and yogurt because my friend loves me. He's like, hey, don't forget, I got you this from last night. I'm like, I totally forgot. And they keep feeding me. He's like, eat something, bro. He's got the whole fucking fridge full. Eat something, bro. And I'm like, I don't know what to eat. You're the one that only grocery shops your food. I don't want to overeat and shit. And he went like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'll make us something. Boom. Pasta, hamburger, like a fiendish hamburger helper. It was so fucking good last night that he fucking just stepped up. And here comes the man, the myth, the legend right now. Stepped up and made fucking hamburger helper fiendish style at, you know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm so grateful. You know, I'm so grateful that my friends feed me. And that Yoni just called. He said he's at Old Story. Come, let's go eat. Did he call you? Yoni? Yeah, I said I'm waiting for you to come back from S Market. So he just called and said he's at Old Story. Come there. Let's go get something to eat.
Tony.
Yeah, text him. See what it is. So.
I need to take a shower for.
Yo. I had told him the same thing. I said I'm waiting for Aki to get back. Is what I said. So yeah, I mean I'm lucky, dude. I know I'm a bum sometimes. I'm homeless in Las Vegas. Sometimes I'm on my friend's couch. Sometimes they're feeding me. Sometimes I can't even feed myself. It's not the look, you know. It scared a couple of my friends in Vegas. They're like, what are you doing traveling without money? And it's like, I didn't intend to travel without money. You know what I mean? This is part of life, you know. Like part of life is like you're not always rich and you're not always poor. And as soon as I get my phone back on, I have a fighting chance at earning some more income. So it's like, you know, as I get the orders, I was freaking out. I'm like, I'm trying to sell fucking shirts in the snow. It's literally snowing outside on Monday, and how many people have their shirt buried underneath? They might have a t-shirt on, but it's buried underneath a sweater and a hoodie and a jacket and a fucking scarf and a fucking what are these called? What do you wear? What are these things called? They're not hats. Those are beanies. You know, beanies. Like people have accessories here. You have to actually accessorize, man. You can't just have regular shoes. You can't just have one layer nothing around in Finland. You'll freeze to death. And I told him all that, you know, I was like, thank you, bro. And he said, it's fucking sad because if you were homeless here, you'd freeze on the street. And I think they do. Do they find people, homeless
We
people?
have shelters, but.
No, but like dead.
Not for everybody.
Do they find homeless people dead because they freeze?
Yeah,
Sometimes?
middle of winter, yeah.
And then you just shake your head. You shake your head at greed and how 8 people can have half the world's populations and wealth in 8 people's hands. And then, you know, you wonder why, you know, they're like, you're talking about money. It's not like I decided to, but even like Finland, do you think Finland's, can I say, is the 5th most expensive place on the planet?
Yeah.
It's the 5th. Okay, so, I mean, what are we talking? Switzerland, Luxembourg, maybe Monaco are more expensive than those kind of places, Mallorca. So there's some places that, like I said, I saw it in Mallorca where there were like yachts on yachts on yachts, and the yachts just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're just like, of course you want to be on that side. Of course you want to be on the side of lobster tails and lunches and I guess submarines. I mean, nobody wants to fucking have their own submarine, but this guy had, I think, 2 submarines from his yacht. So it's one of these things where it's like life has been coming at me. I don't want to fucking film everything. Sometimes I have private moments too. Like I was with my buddy Juice yesterday, and we were talking about deep things about like how the government surveillances us. And I went and put the sticker last night and did my clandestine activity again. They took my sticker down, so I went and put it back up. And this time I had my Saints Addiction, my Saints Anarchy, the hoodie that everybody wants. It's a fucking $100, bro. And this guy's trying to offer me 50 and it cost me 50 to make. And I'm like, I'm not paying for you to have my hoodie. But I walked away on the camera looking at surveillance. I was on surveillance and I had my Anarchy on the back. Like, I do want to dream in color and I do want people to wear color. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. Maybe, when you're in Sao Paulo or Brazil, you see it on the streets. Like there's a guy that keeps rappelling down the building. He spray paints the whole building all the way 50 stories, like all these little icons. And we were watching the video on YouTube, and the guy, I think his name is Paradox. If you guys ever get a chance, Paradox, and he's really cool because he's ballsy as fuck. He spray paints the trains, he spray paints the buildings, he repels himself down the building with all the cops down below, like for real's ballsy. And then he does his own drone shots. So this drone comes through and comes on the train and shows all the cool things, and he sets it up so you can see it from the street. So that way, sometimes the train comes by and then it synchronizes underneath the underpass, so it says his logo or whatever. I was just inspired by it. So by the time you do a Victu logo, and all I saw was Vanta, and I just flipped it because the word V and Victu, Vanta. That's all I saw. But now people are like, I want one of those. It's the fuck the government, and the government cars, and they all look the same. And go put it on the passenger side so no one notices. Like, because if you come up to your door on your driver's side all the time, you're gonna see Victu immediately. But if it's on your right side as a passenger, you're gonna be like, why is everybody giving me the triple look? Why are they flipping me off? I got flipped off 7 times today. What the fuck happened today? It's just fucking hilarious. So yeah, fuck the government, fuck being controlled, wear bright colors. I got 2 orders for the hoodie now. Your boy Saints Addiction made a hit. I wear it and people are like, I think part of it is like, of course you're getting noticed because you're not wearing black and it's bright colors and it's also got a big ass mushroom. And my buddy said, I don't do that anymore. Ever since I got arrested when I had the long red hair, I noticed that I was getting noticed. And I said, that's what's going to happen to me. Bro, I got this big ass beard. Even if I shave the beard, they're still going to think that I'm a terrorist. Or maybe they won't. Maybe I won't get the bomb threats in the York, England train station like they did to me. Or maybe I won't get followed in a grocery store. Or maybe people might treat me differently. But people judge. And everyone's different. Everyone has kinks and sexuality, and everyone has flaws. And that's what Saints Addiction was all about. Was like, no one is perfect, dude. And mostly Saints is like perfectly imperfect. It's like I got the halo, I got the horns. Yes, I can be extremely generous and have a big heart, and at the same time, I could be extremely cruel and grab on my pregnant girlfriend. So a baby mama, and I'm sitting there going like, man, Saint, you really blew it. And then it's like, yeah, but you got an opportunity to travel the world. You have an opportunity to in 1 week be in Thailand with your toes in the sand where you created this business and really reflect on your character and my humanity and my mentality. And that's what the whole mindset book has been giving me, is just looking at, you got to get in reading a book, circulate it. I really appreciate it because in the back there's this notes. There's recommended books here. So it says recommended books. But, let me shout some out real quick if I can. Love is Never Enough. That's a good one. Cognitive Therapy. On Becoming a Leader. Modern Ideas About Children. I might not read that one. Cognitive Therapy, I would write. On Becoming a Leader, I would read. Love is Never Enough. Okay, maybe that sounds interesting. Developing Talent in Young People. If anybody wants the author or the publisher, just let me know in the comments below and I'll look it back up for you. No problem. Good to Great, Why Some Companies Make the Leap. I've always wanted to read that and others don't. I've heard that was a good book. Returning to Excellence in Education. Okay. The Psychology of Optimal Experience. Schools where everyone belongs, practicing strategies for reducing bullying. No shit. God, I've been a bully my whole life, and it's embarrassing. So, I don't know. I thought Mike was right in that you can use force to move mountains, and it's not the best strategy. The new drawing on the right side of the brain. Okay. Reason and emotion and psychology. Definitely want to read that. Between parent and child. Between parent and teenager, teenager and child. There's a series of books. Emotional intelligence, why it can matter more than IQ. Daniel Goldman. I've read the emotional intelligence book by someone else. There's another Daniel. I'm not sure if it's the same author or not, but it's the same dude maybe. Why marriage succeeds and or fails. Shit, I wish I was married and now I'm not. The mismeasure of man. How Children Fail, When Spark People Fail. There's a series. Group Think. I want to read that book. Janice Irving. Coach Lessons of the Game of Life. Moneyball, The Art of Winning an Unfair Game. That's the movie I think Moneyball with Brad Pitt came from. High Flyers, Developing the Next Generation of Leaders by Harvard Business School. That doesn't seem too bad. The Smartest Guy in the Room, The Amazing Rise and Scandalous Fall of Enron. Ooh. Bullying at School, Nothing is Impossible, Reflections of a New Life. Bad. Teaching Genius, Dorothy DeLay and the Making of a Musician. Learning Optimism, How to Change Your Mind in Your Life. The Creative Habit, Is It You or Is It Me? Why Couples Play the Blame Game. Yeah, no shit. That's what me and my ex used to say. Is it you? Is it you that's supposed to have this baby with me? Are you the saint that my ex like? You need a whole ass saint, and I would love to be a whole ass saint. And sometimes I'm an ain't, and it sucks because it fucks up my confidence and my ability to do things in the future or take bold action. And now I got this whole event tomorrow, and the event's working around me. Was that your beard you just zipped? You zipped your beard? Oh fuck. He just zipped his beard up. There's an event tomorrow that I set up, and I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around it. So, like, as it's almost already dark, let me show you out there. Finish this show real quick. I only got 3 more minutes, and then I gotta smash this. With the thank you for the yogurt, bro. Oh yeah. Yeah, but are you coming or what's the deal? Okay, all right. You gonna take your shower? Ah, okay. He's going to sauna too. Help him cool that. As you can see, it's already kind of gray and cloudy, and that's how fast life changes. Sometimes the sun is shining, and sometimes the clouds come over the shine. And I mean, it's just so gray and dark here, and it gets dark so fast, and it darkens your mood, and the cold darkens your spirit, and that's what ends up happening. So I don't want this to dampen my spirits. I want to be able to rise and shine. I want to be able to get past my negative attributes and turn them into a positive. That's what Saints Addiction has always been about, is turning a negative into a positive. So, sure, Victu is a negative word and it says fuck and it could mean pussy and all that other shit, but fuck the government, man. Like, fuck when you're getting treated like an animal. Fuck when you're getting treated like a robot. Fuck when you're getting treated not more than an individual. And that's all I was saying. It's like, we're all different, but we all kind of go through the same shit. As I travel these worlds and go to different cities, and you'll see people talk about the same thing. It might not be in the same language, but they're talking about their exes. They're talking about their broken hearts. They're talking about being broke. We're talking about the same things. So it's one of those things that I just wanted to highlight, say, to err is to human. We are all human here, and no one is perfect, and everyone goes through it, whether you want to hear it or not. You should probably try to listen more, and that's what I started to figure out. It's not just me shutting my mouth, but it's me giving up a part of my life and letting that person feel heard. And that's something that it just hit me. It was just like, I have to stop my worry, I have to stop my self-thinking and my own self-harm enough to focus on someone else and be about their story instead of living inside of my story. So that's what I'm going to part you with. That's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, like, share, and subscribe below. at the Las Vegas Original, at Mostly Saints, at Saints Addiction, at Saints Giving, or something. Follow one of these things at Saints Brand on Instagram or Facebook, like page or whatever. But I got to get going. My buddy's about to buy me a steak, and those are the blessings of my life. But I'm not going to record that. I'm going to enjoy that, and I'm going to enjoy my time with him, and not include my friends on my YouTubes, but only in on my travels. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, subscribe, go ahead, do your thing. I'm going to do mine. And let's all do something with our day, shall we? Peace. Look at all these birds. Heading to the south for the winter, just like me.